Hey puzzle besties! Welcome back to my channel, Javy's Puzzle Odyssey. Alright guys, I know it's been a while and I have not been doing the 9K Disney puzzle by Truffle. For anyone that's new here, so we got a few new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I have been working on this 9K puzzle section by section. I wish I could mix the bags up, but with school and everything, I didn't really have the time to do that. So, but don't worry guys. I will be doing a 5K puzzle tune, and I'm thinking soon. I'm thinking that I'm gonna do that puzzle for the 1K subscriber mark, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, let's see how things go. But we are moving on to section 4, which is section E, and that takes us to the Little Mermaid. So we're gonna be doing the section here with the Little Mermaid. I'm super excited guys. I love this section, all the bright colors, and I love the movie The Little Mermaid and 101 Dalmatians, Aristocats. That's more of like around the time I started watching, because I wasn't even born when these movies were released. I was born in the 90s, but these were some of the first Disney movies I saw. So the box is getting lighter. This box was pretty heavy, and there's only a few bags left. So I can't wait. Let's get into it, guys. All right, guys, we are officially moving on to bag letter E. This is the 4th section of this puzzle. Officially, we are over the halfway point. Thank goodness. I just wanted to touch on a few things before I get into back into the the history of Disney. I did do my typical sorting by section of the image. I sorted out everything by frame. So each frame has their own character. I've been just sorting the characters out, looking at the colors, looking at the textures, and just sorting section by section and working on it when I can. It is a tedious size puzzle. It's 1,500 pieces, but the pieces are tiny, so it can be a little bit tedious. But I will say, because of this puzzle cut, it is so nice. So if you're thinking about doing a 9,000 piece puzzle at any point, this is a good one to do, because the cut makes it easy, even for the hard parts, like the solid parts. The cut is so nice that it's easy to put together. So typical sorting, as I did with all the other sections. But I've been having a blast. So I wanted to get back into, you know, the history of Disney. So I love each year in this section. You have 1961. We also have 1970 and 1989. We are going to be talking about 101 Dalmatians, the Aristocats, and then the Little Mermaid. So 1961 was a revolution in animation. 101 Dalmatians. So in 1961, Hollywood had a problem. Animation was expensive. Walt Disney Studios needed a breakthrough, and 101 Dalmatians delivered exactly that. The film was the first major Disney production to use Xerox animation technology. Instead of hand inking thousands of outlines, Xerox allowed artists to transfer drawings directly to animation cells. It saved enormous time, and that's important when you're trying to animate 99 puppies with spots. You got Pongo, Perdita, and their Sea of Pups become an instant classic. And of course, we can't forget Cruella the Vil, one of the most popular villains. You know, known for her style and outrageousness. She was just dramatic. She was inspired by real fashion trends of the 1950s, high fashion silhouettes, cigarette holders, fur obsession, and exaggerated of wealth. Animator Mark Davis once said Cruella was designed to be a comedy villain you'll love to watch but never want to meet. Um, some of the events that were happening in real time during this film was the Civil Rights Movement was changing history. John F. Kennedy became president. Color TV was finally entering homes, and Disneyland was only 6 years old, still brand new. Disney used 101 Dalmatians to modernize animation. It was bold, stylish, contemporary, and audience loved it. The movie became one of the most successful Disney releases of the decade. I love 101 Dalmatian, guys. I watched the movie not so long ago. It is such a good film. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend go watching it. It's very interesting, and all the adaptations after that movie was pretty good. I do love the Cruella spin-offs that came out in Disney. They were really good. Um, I want to jump into the 70s, 1970. Isn't that crazy? 1970, like, you know, these movies were coming out and they're still relevant. But we jump into the 70s with the release of the Aristocats. This movie has a special place in Disney history. It was the last film given the green light by Walt Disney himself before he passed away in 1966. It is set in Paris, filled with music, jazz, elegance, and cats with real personality. The Aristocats marked the start of a new Disney era. Marie became a fan favorite, sweet, sassy, charming. Toulouse thought he was a tiger. Berlioz just wanted to play piano, and Duchess, always poised and graceful, took care of them all. While the film is adorable, it was also important for the studio. Disney needed a win after losing Walt. The Aristocats proved that the company could continue forward. Meanwhile, in the real world, the first Earth Day was celebrated. Apollo 13 was launched. The Beatles were breaking up, and the world was deep in a hippie era full of peace sign, bright colors, and new art styles. And you can see that influence in the movie, especially in the famous Everybody Wants to Be a Cat jam session. The music is filled with jazz, psychedelic colors, and wild energy. Fun fact, the character Thomas O'Malley, the alley cat, was modeled after classic American cool guy actors. He was laid back, smooth, charming before Disney princes were cool. And now we jump into one of my favorite movies for Disney, The Little Mermaid. Now we're going to swim forward to 1989, a year that changed everything. The Little Mermaid was more than just a movie, it was the rebirth of Disney animation after struggling through the 70s and the early 80s. The studio needed a comeback, and Ariel delivered it. With breathtaking music, brand new animation technique, and characters full of personality, this movie launched the Disney Renaissance, the golden age that gave us Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, and so many more, which we'll get into the next session. But Ariel herself broke the mold. She was waiting for adventure, and she chased it. She collected treasures, explored shipwrecks, questioned her world, and dreamed of something more. She was curious, brave, and full of heart. Prince Eric was also different. He had personality, humor, courage, and of course, Sebastian and Flounder became instant icons. Who doesn't love them? Then there's Miss Ursula right here as we see her come together in the puzzle. Ursula was inspired by drag queen Divine. A lot of people don't know that she was inspired by a drag queen, which, you know, shows the makeup and everything. A performer known for bold makeup, dramatic presence, and unforgettable confidence. You can see that way her influence in her design, her eyeshadow, her eyebrows, her voice, the way she commands the attention. I was really sad to see that the live adaptation did not get a drag queen to do the part, which I love. I love Melissa McCarthy's version. She did a very good job, but I was a little disappointed to not see, you know, a drag queen do it. Like, could have saw somebody from RuPaul's Drag Race, you know. But the music of The Little Mermaid changed animation forever. Part of Your World, my favorite. became the emotional heart of the movie, and Under the Sea won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. I love Under the Sea too. It was very convincing. I was ready to not go up into the real world. But in the real world, the Berlin Wall was falling. The world was stepping into the age of computers. MTV was shaping pop culture, and the 80s music era was almost over. While the world was changing, Disney was too. And the movie reminded everyone that animation can be emotional, theoretical, funny, magical, music all at once. I love this movie. Um, and I love it because of the music. The music was everything. To this day, I'm in the shower singing "A Part of That World." I love it. But one of my favorite movies, and favorite sections of the puzzle. I'm super excited to get into the next sections, but um, this area was good because it gets closer to where I begin to get introduced into Disney. But 1961, we have new technology saves animation. We have the 70s, which the studio moved forward after Walt's passing, and then 1989, the full rebirth of Disney Magic. I really enjoyed putting together Cruella with her dramatic fashion, getting to see the puppies, the Duchess and her kittens, Ariel rediscovering Disney, Ursula reminding us that great villains make great stories. Every frame, every character in this section helped build the Disney legacy we know today. So I really enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, are you a Little Mermaid stan? Did you like the Aristocats? Did you like 101 Dalmatians? Which Disney movie from this era was your favorite? Little Mermaid, hands down for me. I really love the Aristocats. I love 101 Dalmatians, but Little Mermaid is just one of those epic ones that we'll never forget. I mean, I know almost all the songs in the movies. I don't know. I can't remember the songs in the other movies like Aristocats and Cruella and 101 Dalmatians, but if you play a Little Mermaid song, I will definitely sing along to it. So let me know in the comments. We have 2 more sections to go, guys. So thank you for being here with me and building this community, joining me in this 9K craziness. Even though it's done in sections, each section is 1,500 pieces, why it's taking me a little while to get to, because at the same time I want to film other content and explore other brands. So doing the same brand, the same theme back to back gets a little like redundant, but I'm still having fun. I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm still having plenty of fun and really enjoy putting this section together. So I will let you enjoy the rest of this time lapse, and I will see you at the end for my final thoughts. And if you haven't subscribed, drop a like, guys. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. But yeah. All right, guys, the puzzle is complete. I enjoyed every moment of this puzzle. Now this section was not difficult at all. As with any of the sections I did so far, they're all pretty straightforward. The puzzle cut for the Truffle Prime Unlimited Fit is really good puzzle cut. And I feel like it really helps when putting this puzzle together. And looking at this, I don't know if someone would consider this section intimidating. Any of the sections intimidating. But honestly, I feel like if I were to mix these puzzles up, it is still doable. Like, it won't be super challenging because the color on each section, they're like in frames, they're bright and colorful and very distinct. So I thought Ursula would be difficult, and she was not difficult at all. As you saw in the time lapse, I got her done pretty early on. I think so far one of the hardest section was probably the Cheshire Cat on this section. But guys, I've been having a blast. I'm so happy I picked up this puzzle. Now, I saw on a couple reviews that the Unlimited Fit is a little wonky. The fit is not fitting very well when you put it all together. I'm still gonna put it all together, and actually I had a friend over and they were like, I kind of want to see it put it together, and I started to put together 3 of the sections I had complete, and it was fine. I could notice a connection issue, but it wasn't major. But it was only the first 3 sections that I got done, so we literally only have 2 more sections. Oh my gherkins, we are almost there, and I cannot wait to be done with this puzzle. Wow, I really enjoyed it, and I've been having so much fun, and it's done in sections, so it's not a heavy lift for me. I have been doing 1,500 piece puzzles back to back of Disney, and I kind of want to move on. So I'm excited to move on to a different project that's not Disney. And you know, I have a lot of Disney puzzles, and I don't mind doing Disney puzzles. I love Disney puzzles. You guys know I am a Disney boy, but I want to change it up, switch it up. So let me know in the comments. I have a couple collaborations coming up that I'm excited about, and a larger count puzzle that I'm going to work on with friends. So I will keep you guys all updated in the community tab. I just want to say thank you guys. I've been having so much fun with this puzzle. So much fun talking to you all. So I appreciate all the comments, all the feedback you guys give me. It is very appreciated. So thank you. Let me know in the comments so far out of the sections I did, which one did you enjoy so far. We still have 2 more. We have to get through the 90s, and that leaves us with like The Lion King, Aladdin, and then we get Pocahontas and Mulan. And if my memory serves me good, Lion King was the first like Disney movie I saw in theaters that I can remember. I remember watching it with my mom and dad as a kid, and I remember being there at the theaters and watching The Lion King. I don't remember my reaction to when, you know, the circle of life, what happens to Simba's dad, but I just remember going to the movies vividly. Like, I remember walking into the movie theaters to see The Lion King, and you know, that's just a core memory I would never forget. Now, my parents said we did go to the movies to see Aladdin, but I probably was a baby because I was born in 1991. That came out in 92. Aladdin came out in 94. Goodness, I must have really good memory to remember that, because if I was born 91, I was very, very little. But Pocahontas, I remember we didn't go to the movies to see Pocahontas, but I remember the VHS coming out and my parents buying it for my sister. And she was obsessed with Pocahontas. I love Pocahontas. I cannot wait to get to the section. I'm glad she is front and center. But yeah, let me know the first Disney movie you saw at the movie theaters, if you went and saw one at the movie theaters. It's crazy because these movies are like still relevant to this day, and I can watch any of them and not be bored. It's crazy, this timeline. I love this puzzle. I love the timeline so far, and us getting to learn about some of the history and what was going on in the real world while these movies were out in theaters. Like, there was wars happening while these movies were being made. So it's very interesting. So, all right, guys, but that is it for today's video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And we have 2 more sections. We are almost done, and I will put this all together for you guys and show it to you on my dining room table. Thank goodness I have a pretty long table. I have a very long dining room table, and I will be able to for sure fit it on here. I will just have to widen it up a little bit. So we'll get to it. But I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Drop a comment. Peace and love. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, Appa wants to come say hi. He's on the lid. Come on, do you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Look in the camera. Come here. Say hi. Hi, everybody. He's like, bruh. Say subscribe to my daddy's channel. You want to look in the box? He loved boxes. He just came in out of nowhere. He was napping earlier. But, all right. Bye. Ugh.